Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to this week's MaxCubeGaming news, you guys. I just recovered from a slight cold that I experienced last week, which was the reason why there wasn't any content or barely any content being posted. So, yeah, this week gaming news will be three topics. One topic will be about an upcoming mobile gaming service that has been announced. Secondly, we're going to be returning to a very scary place. And third, NFTs. Anyways, for those who haven't subscribe, get yourself a free pack of Pokemon cards as we are on our way to our next goal of 750 subscribers and the next custom Elite Trainer Box giveaway. The winner of the 500 subscriber Elite Trainer Box giveaway will be receiving that reward shortly, as it's going to be shipped out. So thank you for your patience for the person who won. And yeah, guys, if you haven't shared this content to any gaming lover or fan or curious individual that would like to know what's going on in my channel. So let's begin, you guys. And the first article is by The Verge. As Microsoft's new Xbox mobile gaming store may launch next year, 2024, you guys. So Activision Blizzard games are key to Microsoft's mobile game push. This article indicates that Microsoft is getting ready to launch its mobile game store as soon as next year. The software giant revealed its plan for an Xbox mobile store last year, and now Xbox chief Phil Spencer says the company is building the store in anticipation of companies like Apple and Google being forced to open up their mobile app stores. Pretty much with Apple and Google now being told they have to open up their stores for major companies like Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. This will allow us as consumers and gamers to be able to play mobile versions of these major companies. So Microsoft's individual service, not games that are given to these platforms as an Apple and Google to control, as Apple monetizes its content that goes into their OS system. Now, as they open their app store, companies like Microsoft will be putting their individual content entity, their individual IPs, and capitalizing on it themselves. As still, Apple will get a little cut, but the majority will be for Microsoft, for example. As also the article states, Microsoft first, Phil Spencer states, we want to be in the position to offer Xbox and content for both us and our third-party partners across any screen where somebody would want to play. Say we can't do that on mobile devices, but we want to build towards a world that we think will be coming where those devices are opened up. So pretty much Phil Spencer, Microsoft, they want that opportunity to be able to have the future of gaming be part of these devices right here. And I think that the future of handheld gaming could be just our phones. And also, it could be where we play on our phones and then project it to our TVs or project it to wherever we want to go, as the future is all fully streaming services. So that could be it. Continuing on the article, it says Microsoft first hints at next generation store earlier last year, just months after the company announced its proposition of Activision Blizzard acquisition. The Xbox mobile store is designed to rival Apple and Google's mobile gaming store dominance, and will rely on content such as Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty Mobile, Candy Crush, and other games under the Activision King sector. So, what are your thoughts about that? Would you guys prefer still being under the Microsoft console? Do you think that mobile gaming is the future of gaming itself? Do you still think that Microsoft deserves to have Activision Blizzard under their full control, even though they're still fighting lawsuits and potential stoppages when it comes to the completing of the actual merger by UK and other entities? Let me know in the comments below what's your thoughts. For me, honestly, I think mobile gaming is pretty cool. I don't really play much mobile gaming. I think the most closest I've ever played mobile game were games like Rise of Kingdom, Magic the Gathering Arena. I've barely touched Call of Duty Mobile, and when Apex was around, I barely played it. So we'll see. Pokemon Go, we'll see. Next, we are heading back to Silent Hill as the horror reboot returns. They're gonna make the sequel for Return to Silent Hill, the movie sequel, and they announced their protagonists as Jemery Irving and Hannah Emily Anderson will be part of Return to Silent Hill. I think Jemery Irving is playing James. Yes, so the film will follow James, who has been played by Irving, a broke man after being separated from his loved one Anderson, when a mysterious letter calls him back to Silent Hill in search of her. He finds a once recognizable town transformed into an evil one. As James descends deeper into the darkness, he encounters terrifying figures, both familiar and not new, and begins to question his own sanity as he struggles to make sense of the reality and hold on long enough to save his last love. So yeah, Jemery Irving is from War Horse. You got Hannah Emily Anderson from Jigsaw, and this is the reboot sequel, Return to Silent Hill. It's gonna be filmed in Germany and Eastern Europe, and it's being directed by Christoph Gaines. Now, for those who know about the original, there we go. For those who know about the original movie, it wasn't quite positively received. I quite didn't like the adaptation of the original Silent Hill. Now, Return to Silent Hill is technically Silent Hill 2, and it's actually a very, very, very beloved game. I like the story of Silent Hill 2. I'm just hoping that they do go with adopting it organically. Obviously, you could modernize it a little bit. You can make it more into the modern world, to more what we're seeing now, but go with what is known from the game. And Silent Hill 2 is one of the best horror games out there. So the story itself pretty much shouldn't be changed or modified drastically. I would say do something like a Last of Us, where you change, you modify a little bit, but you still keep it faithful to the original content. So, would you be interested in watching Silent Hill 2 or Return to Silent Hill 2? And what do you think about these two actors being casted for their leads? James is a very iconic character for Silent Hill, and yeah, good for Konami. And lastly, you guys, as for Kotaku, the poison that we call NFTs just doesn't want to go away, as a Pokemon company is currently hiring a senior NFT slash metaverse expert. I don't think these people understand that the metaverse and actually the concept of NFTs right now is on life support. If cryptocurrency right now is experiencing what they're experiencing, if you have company like FTX bursting in flames, then having a nuclear meltdown, and along with other major cryptocurrencies banks and other financial banks going down the drain, why would you go lead on your consumers to NFTs? I don't understand it. As the article in Kotaku indicates, NFT blockchains, the metaverse, it happened to another gaming company, and it can happen to Nintendo property too. In fact, it just might. As in last week, the Pokemon company posted a job on LinkedIn that requires experience with NFT blockchains and the metaverse. I doesn't make any sense. It's see, this is a bigger conflict when it comes to Pokemon. Pokemon is catered for kids, so it's bad enough that during the pandemic, the popularity of the trading card game exploded to a highest since its original release, and caused lots of mayhem, lots of prices being unreasonably going up into $200-$300 for an elite trainer box, depending on which one it was. Now you're going to make a fan culture, which is very rapid when it comes to collecting, to jump into this verse where they can lose their money like this, because NFTs is not like carrying a real trading card. I physically have a card. I physically can touch it, can give it to someone else, can get it back, and there is no monetary loss. Obviously, if I have a first edition Charizard, over time the price, if depending on the condition, could go up. An NFT could be copy and pasted, guys. Just leave it at that. If you're gonna make exclusive Pokemon content, a shiny Charizard, for instance, with the background of the original card, and it's made out of platinum, silver, gold, whatever you want to put in, and it's an NFT, it will gravitize fans, but it won't stop others who can't afford it from copying and pasting or manipulating it. Nintendo is right now being influenced, but I think it has something to do with Japan's the Japanese companies, Nintendo, and now Sony. As in the similar like, we have Sony has filed a patent for NFT use, transfer, and sales. This is also from GameHub this time, and it indicates a new Sony Interactive. Sony Interactive Entertainment patent indicates the company is working to better utilize NFTs and the blockchain technology. A new Sony patent filing spotted by Segment Next indicates the company is working to innovate a strong firmware for NFTs in its video game and consoles. While the popularity of NFTs have pretty much drained down significantly over the few last years, among the collapse of what I just stated, the collapse of the cryptocurrency market. Reflected off the collapse of the cryptocurrency market, everything's fallen, and it appears that Sony isn't done. It just explains it. I think what these companies like Ubisoft and Sony and Nintendo, or the gaming or the Pokemon company, are trying to go for is preparing themselves for the uprise of cryptocurrency again. Yes, I think in the near future, down maybe around 5 to 7 years, cryptocurrency could become an actual permanent a centralized thing. And I think these companies what they're trying to say is, okay, yeah. I know it's burning right now, but we're going to keep it on the wraps just in case. What I'm thinking is going to occur is that once the central governments of the world, the European nation, you have Japan and its particular government, with the U.S. and the government's currency, um, the Federal Reserve, once they have full control of, or not full control, but some type of regulation with cryptocurrency, more regulation means more control, more lawsuits, more um, reassurance that the major public will not be ripped off when it comes to pump and dumps, then possibly these gaming companies will be like, look, we have this offer, join us, join us, join us. Um, I would definitely compare this to the rise of credit cards, how it originally was released, and pretty much treating it like it's the stock market itself. So I would say in the near future, Sony and Nintendo will say, yeah, we're joining the cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency market, the blockchain, as a way of comparing it to being we're finally going public domain in the stock market. Do I believe it's gonna work immediately? No. They will be fans, there will be rabbit fans who will be investing, but the general public knows that the NFTs, that the crypto verse, that the metaverse itself is in dire needs of a reboot and is on life support. So, what are your thoughts about this? Do you believe the NFTs are valuable assets? Do you believe that the cryptocurrency market will reboot itself, rebound, and become still profitable for the near future? Or do you think that gaming should not be nowhere near NFTs and there should be two separate entities and not related? So, with that being said, I really appreciate everybody who stops by. Drop a like if you like what you see in the comments below. All feedback is good feedback. Let me know your thoughts about every subject we hit today, along with presentations, ideas, suggestions, all of it. Put it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, as we are on our way to our second goal of 750 subscribers. Hit the bell icon to get your latest, greatest gaming news, reactions, reviews, and so much more, along with lives. And I will be live streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch, Hogwarts Legacy, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. So, with that being said, once again, I'll see you guys on the other side. Cheers.